Good morning, caregivers. Welcome to Let's Talk Dementia. I'm Carol Howell, internationally certified dementia practitioner, and I am glad you've chosen to join me today because I just like saying my title. It sounds so good. See this pretty girl right here? This is my daughter Brandie, and I'm glad that she's joined us today. She's got a little bit of a story we're going to talk about, but first I want to thank our sponsors, Vitamin Depot, located on Celanese Road behind Dunkin' Donuts. You can reach them at 328-5800. Ask him about CBD oil. You'll be pleased you did. I use it. It's a good product. HD Imports, Flint Street Extension. Their phone number is 985-0985. They do wonderful care for your Honda, Kia, Toyota, Hyundai, and Acura. It's just a mouthful I have a hard time getting out. And Life in the Carolinas, hosted by Mr. Carl White. You can find them at lifeinthecarolinas.com and on YouTube. I recommend the story called Remembering No More. You're going to see my mug. I can't just get over that, but you'll get to see my pretty mama. It's a story about Alzheimer's. I also want to take a minute to plug my book, Let's Talk Dementia. Yeah, look, I got it, the camera turned the right way today. Yesterday, everything was backwards, but we have it right today. Yay! You can find it on Amazon and at our website, letstalkdementia.org. So as I said, this is Brandie, my daughter, and well, Brandie, I thought we would talk about how it's been about 2 years ago that Mama and I came to visit you, and it was the last time actually Mama went on a trip. And Brandie lives here in Southwest Florida, which is why I want to move here. And we got to the door of your house. And do you remember what happened instantly as soon as we got to the door? Mama was in a rush.
There was a snake.
Not that minute. There was a snake on that trip.
I remember. There was a snake when we got out of the car.
Oh, there was a snake in the driveway.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I wanted to go the other way with the snake. No, when we got to the door, we were rushing because Mama had to go to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. That was the day that I learned how important elastic waist pants are. Literally, my mama's wardrobe changed because we had messed every possible way her clothes up on that, getting from the airport to Brandie's house because she was losing control of her bowel and bladder. So we bought some elastic waist pants on that trip. But that first night there, something happened that changed my world. Do you remember what it was?
I do.
Tell them about it.
When she didn't remember you for the first time.
She did not. Tell them, what do you remember?
Well, I know that you said that she woke up in the middle of the night because she was sleeping with you in our guest bedroom and was really confused because she didn't know where she was or who she was with, and then she looked over and she didn't know who was in the bed with her.
She did not. She looked at me and went, "Who are you?" Well, that was a day that is still a little bit hard to talk about, but it was the first time Mama didn't recognize me. Woo! Hit me like a ton of bricks. Now, Mama never recognizes me, and I'm sort of kind of used to it. You know, I'm used to being called all kinds of different names, but that day Mama didn't recognize me. And I remember standing there in your house thinking, life just changed. It just changed. When you think about how Mama was then and the fun things we did, we went on a boat ride. We watched Dolphins down in the water by the side of the boat. Mama was just in awe of it. We went shopping and bought a whole bunch of fake jewelry. What you call it?
Oh, yeah, rings.
Yeah, I know you call them rings, but that kind of jewelry, the fake jewelry. Well, whatever you call it. Fake jewelry, that's what you call it. Mama bought a bunch of it. She had a good time. We made a video of us in the pool, and it's on our website there, of Mama floating in the pool. Contrast that experience with what you know about Mama today, because you've not seen Mama since maybe June. It's been a little bit since you've seen her. And as we record this today, for you folks who are watching this in replay, it's April. So it's been a while since you've seen Mama. But you know, because you hear from me every day, contrast the grandmother of then with what you know of now.
So she's definitely a lot less active. She wouldn't be able to get out and fly on a plane or go do any of those things. And it would be very confusing for her to have to fly down and be in a new place and sleep in a home she doesn't know.
Right.
So it just wouldn't be possible.
And what about eating?
So she ate a lot on that trip. A lot of ketchup. So I guess the ketchup is still the same.
The ketchup is still the same. But we enjoyed going out to eat. And
we went to have pizza.
We went, didn't we? I forgot about that.
Yeah,
that was
Pizza
good.
Fusion.
Pizza Fusion, little plug for them. But we couldn't do any of that now, could we?
No.
So literally, Mama, by the time we were to get Mama out of the house that she's in into the car, I'm telling you, the trip would be over. There would be no more trip after that. Forget sitting in an airport, and as we did on this trip, for an extra hour while the plane was delayed. So, yeah.
And she almost fell at Target.
She did? She almost fell at
In the
Target?
parking lot.
Oh, yes, I remember that. That was not fun. So when you think about your growing up years with my mama, what story stands out the most in your brain? The happy story. What happy story about Mom, which is what she calls my mama, Mom, and Pop. Tell them a happy story.
Probably going to get milkshakes at Sonic late at night. She'd always want a milkshake. And we traveled a lot together. We went to Europe, and she would just let me lead the way because she didn't want to. And I was 12, so somehow we managed.
You made it back in one piece.
Yeah. Going shopping a lot.
Yeah.
Going to Belk.
Going to Belk. The story is true that if Mama was on an adventure, or if Mama wanted to go shopping, the phone call was made, tell Brandie I'll be there in 15 minutes.
And she was generally paying, so
you went.
It was a good deal.
And is it true to say sometimes Mom would pick you up and you didn't know where you were going, you just were going?
Probably.
Yeah. So you went to Europe and you went to Florida to visit her family there.
Geneva.
Yeah, your Aunt Geneva was there, my Aunt Geneva. So some good memories. And folks, it's good to sit down and think about those memories. I know you're dealing with tough times, and so am I. We deal with a lot in this journey. But it's good to remember the good times. Don't just dwell on the sadness that's in your world. And I know you've got it. And I'm a weepy thing lately. I tell you, I hate to cry, but all I do is have these little mini bursts about every, couple hours, about 10 or 15 seconds. I'm a blast to live with. Don't say nothing.
That's why I live in Florida.
That's why you live in Florida, not in my house, right? Don't worry, I'm moving close one day. Yeah. But still, even among those many bursts that I have, I try, and I hope you will try, to remember the fun things, remember the silly things that you got to do with your loved one before the disease took a hold and changed their world and changed your world. So it's not fun. It's not a journey that we would ever choose. So Brandie, what's one thing that you can tell them about Mom that I think will forever stay in your mind, whether it's good or whatever? When you think of your grandmother, what's the one thing that you think, yep, that is who she was, or that is who she is as of today? Hard question.
Well, it's probably hard to pick one thing.
Well, you can tell all 12 of them. Go ahead.
I mean, she always would be up for any adventure, whatever it is. She didn't care. She would go to Europe, even though she probably didn't know where she was going. She didn't have dementia when we were getting on the plane. She would go to the mountains, and we would go eat at that place.
The Tartan.
Go to Florida.
She would just go
to the mall, to wherever it was. She was always ready to go.
Right. I think that if you would admit to it, and you're too modest for this, you would admit that she would go do anything with you because she trusted you totally. She probably shouldn't have. Yeah, I don't want to know all the stuff they did in Europe because you were how old, 12?
I think so.
My gosh.
We came back
England, Brandie came home and said, I'm going to England, France, and Spain. What do you think? And we told her if she could come up with half the money, we'd come up with half the money. And the little turkey sold. Beanie Babies. Came up for half of the money. We're like, oh, foot. Now we got to come up with our half of the money. And the next thing I know, my mom says, I think I'm going to go with Brandie on that trip to wherever it is she's going. I guarantee if you'd have shown Mom a map, she could not have found England, France, and Spain. She was just...
probably didn't know where she was when we were there.
She probably didn't. And she did not have dementia then.
Yeah.
No, she just had a good time with Brandie. So it was fun for me today, rather than dealing with dementia directly and the things and how it's just warping life, just oh my gosh, how it's just changing life. But to think back on some fun things with Brandie about my mom, and yeah, y'all had a good time. Yeah, good grandmama. Let me tell you, you had two good grandmamas, didn't you? The other one was not adventuresome at all. But she's the one that took you to sell those Beanie Babies.
She would go to the mall.
She would go to the mall. So I would love it if you would take a minute and either right here on Facebook, or if you're watching me on YouTube, you can comment there. Tell me your happy story. Tell me what it is you think about when smiles come to your face about your loved one. Share that story with me. It makes my day to hear what's going on in your world. But you can email me also with your funny story, your happy story, your question, your concern, whatever. My email address is carol@letstalkdementia.org. So I hope you'll do that. All right, a little bit of business to take care of. And got sneakers? We would like for you to donate your used sneakers, athletic shoes, or rubber-soled cleats to our fundraiser. If you go to, not if, but when you go to our website, click on that poster. You'll see that picture over here. I never can figure out where to put my hand when I'm in the camera. I'm just all over the place. You'll see that poster. Just click on it and a list will pop up of all the places that we have drop-off boxes, and we're adding new ones all the time. Happy to say we'll soon have drop-off boxes at Piedmont Medical Center, and that is going to be very easy for you to drop by there and make a donation if you're in the Rock Hill area. And Fort Mill High School will be working with us, and hopefully all those kids are going to have, they all got shoes they need to donate, don't you? Don't you have some? I don't care if they're stinky. I don't have to smell them. I just bag them up and send them. But we get $1 for every pair that we collect. And right now we're raising money for a caregivers retreat that we will be having in October. And we could sure use the shoes to come in. We would thank you for any donation you would like to make to help finance our ministry. You can find that button to donate right there on our website. All right. Our sponsors today, Vitamin Depot on Celanese Road. Their phone number is 328-5800, area code 803 for you folks that would like a place and order. I don't care where you are in this country, David will send to you the best high-quality products you're going to get anywhere. HD Imports. Mike is there. Ask him about repairs or maintenance of your Honda, Kia, Toyota, Hyundai, and Acura. And Life in the Carolinas, the award-winning television show, Emmy-nominated. Oh, yeah, it's a good show. Find them on YouTube and at lifeinthecarolinas.com. Well, I set my timer today. I'm proud of I did. I'm proud of me. I really am. Yesterday, I did not set my timer or read my scripture. Oh, well, I'm better today. So the scripture for this week that I have chosen is Psalm 27:4. One thing I ask from the Lord, this only do I seek, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to gaze on the beauty of the Lord and to seek him in his temple. Well, that's what David said, and I'm pretty sure that, well, in my life, I cannot honestly say that the one thing I do is that. But if the one thing I did was that, the rest of my day would be better. Well, I hope you have a good caregiving journey. I hope whatever's going on will bring to mind a story from the past that makes you smile. Hope you'll take a minute and tell me about it. Blessings and smiles on your day. Wave bye.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.